And we will get started. All right. So welcome to our November New Coach Kickoff Call. I realize that not all of you guys are brand new coaches. Some of you guys are have been a coach for a while, and some of you guys are brand new. Some are coming back kind of after like a little hiatus. No matter where you're at or where you're starting, I really want to just help lay a solid foundation for you guys. And so Megan and I this month, we are doing our coach training a little bit differently. In the past, we have just like given you guys access to our training. You work your way through the units. We give you guys some challenges from time to time, and you build your business just exactly the same way that we have done it. But we really wanted to take November and December to do those things as well, but also to really prime you guys, like treat you guys sort of as challengers, give you a place to check in as far as did you drink your shake, do your workout, and we want to help you to start sharing your story. And this is going to be really important, you guys, because we can work out all day long, we can drink our Shakeology, we can get results ourselves, we can open a business, but if we don't know how to share that story and encourage other people and inspire other people and educate other people and have them build a belief not just in what we do but in us as individuals, then our businesses are not going to go very far. And so that's what we want to help you. This week is just really all about like covering the basics, like setting you up for success, explaining what the 4 vital behaviors are, that type of thing. And then next week we're going to actually like start giving you guys daily challenges to go and post on social media, to start inviting people to do those types of things. Now, let me say, like, I know that some of you guys signed up, you're enrolled as coaches, or you joined this group because you really just wanted to start learning how to share your story. You may be waiting until January to launch your business, but guys, I'm telling you right now, the work that you do now, please hear this. The work that you do now will lead to huge success when the whole health and fitness craze starts in January. And so if you're not willing to do the work now, and I'm not saying any of you guys are not willing, but if you just kind of been on the fence and like kind of halfway doing stuff, like you're not going to be successful ever. And so these 2 months, November and December, even though you might get cricket on your posts, you might get nobody watching your stories, you might get tons of no's from people who say, no, I don't want to join a challenge group now, I'm going to wait and do something in January. That's okay. That's okay, because the foundation that you're laying now, you have a head up on so many coaches who are waiting to join in January. Not that this is competition in any way. I didn't mean it that way. But you have a leg up. Like you are really, really, really laying the foundation for a crazy, awesome January. And it really all starts with your own personal health and fitness story. Okay. So that's really important. Now I shared my screen. Can you guys all see that? Can you see my screen? It's supposed to go into presentation mode. There it goes. Okay. So some of the things that we are going to talk about, I just want to go through a couple of things really quickly and then get into actually helping you start to think about how you're going to share. So getting started, when you signed up as a coach, you got an email from Team Beachbody and it had all this information in it. If you've never looked at that email or if you just got it yesterday, I don't care. Like go and read that email. Go into your Coach Online office, go through the first 30 minutes documents, go through the first 30 hours in the first 30 days. Like this information that is, you could kill it as a coach, even if you didn't have our training group or the support of your upline. Literally, Beachbody sets us up for success so well. All the information you need about how to be a coach, how to talk to people about challenge groups, how to run challenge groups, how to invite people to coaching, it is all there in your Coach Online office. We just take it and we like break it down for you a little bit more and give you a place to ask questions. All right. So go through this information if you have not already. You should have already set up your EFT management. Let me go back. Excuse me. So for my new coaches, I have them fill out the 30-day action plan and send it to me. So if you haven't done that yet, if you're my coach and you have not done that yet, please fill that out and send it to me so I can see what your goals are, what you're working towards. If you haven't done it and you're not my coach, just do it and post it in our group, because it's a great way to focus and plan your month. Your EFT management, obviously we all want to get paid, because when you do sign up as a coach, you open up a business center. You open the doors of a business. And if you want to get paid, you have to go in there and give Beachbody your information so that they can direct deposit your money into your account. Otherwise, you get a paper check. You have to wait for it. They take a fee out for writing the check and so on. So money is definitely important. Although that's not our main focus, we still want to get paid. Okay, so make sure you do that. Some really important links that you guys need to know. Anytime, I always share people up through, I sign people up through Share a Cart. And when you go to Team Beachbody and you log in and you hover over coach, you see that option for Share a Cart. When you start to enroll people with Challenge Pack, Shakeology products, you can do that through Share a Cart. It's super simple. All you have to have is their email address, the flavor of Shakeology they want, to know what Challenge Pack or products they want, and you can send them a direct email to sign up, and it makes you their coach. All right. So there are videos in this training in our Facebook training page that show you how to do that. So you can go find those. The teambeachbody411.com, that's where you can actually generate links for products to send directly to people with your coach ID. So it's really important to know what your coach ID is, you guys, and to know what your username is, because that's how people make you their coach. All right. If you don't go through Share a Cart, the FAQs in your Coach Online office, I think if you go to in your Coach Online office and you go to support, you'll have the option for the FAQs. Obviously, that's just frequently asked questions. You are welcome to ask questions in our coach training group or of your upline coach, but make sure you check the FAQs first, because there's a ton of information there, and it just saves a lot of time for everybody else if you can find it on your own. And honestly, it sets you up to be a really killer go-getter coach if you're looking for answers and trainings and stuff outside our groups elsewhere. Okay, definitely plug into our New Coach University. Like I said, we are kind of weeding out people in this New Coach University. So if you're watching this and you have not let us know yet that you want to stay in this New Coach University, we need to know, because we want to work for the people who want to work this business or want to get started right. Okay. And so the New Coach University is set up as a self-paced learning course. So when you go to the units, you have everything that you need. I always suggest new coaches work through that training one unit at a time. And if you want to work through it in a week, you can. If you want to spread it out to like 2 months, you can. But all the information that you need to build a successful business, and that we had access as well, is there in the New Coach University. We are just going to give you daily challenges and kind of help you interact and engage as coaches as well as challengers in these next 2 months. Okay. So one of the first things that we do is that we launch our business. Now, like I said, some of you guys may just be starting your fitness journey. You may be well into it. It does not matter. Telling your story, launching your business is just telling people where you're at, how you got there, and what you're doing going forward. All right. So let's not overcomplicate this. If you're just participating as a challenger, if you're just starting to share your story and you're not ready to do this, that's fine. But truly, honestly and truly, our businesses don't start until we tell people that we're a coach, right? And so this was one of the first things that I did as a brand new coach. I made my coach announcement. I talked about the fact that I had struggled with my weight, with food, with eating. I found a workout program that I could do from home and a nutrition plan that actually worked, that I could stick with, that I had joined an accountability group with a bunch of other women. And now I wanted to help other women by sharing what had worked for me. I gave a start date for my coaches. When you make your coach announcement this month, you are inviting to a November 19th holiday survival group. All right. And so when you make your coach announcement, you're going to put in there that you are joining a challenge group, a boot camp, an accountability group, whatever you want to call it, with your coach that starts November 19th. You want to say, I have 5 spots available. Always, I like to create kind of that FOMO, get in now before the spots are taken. Give a deadline so people know when the challenge group starts, and tell them how to contact you. All right. So those are some really key components in your coach announcement. 1, share your story. Where'd you come from? What are you doing? Don't use Beachbody terms. Tell what your goals are. I would love to include a mission statement in my posts, in my invites, telling people, hey, I'm on a mission to help women stop the vicious cycle of yo-yo dieting and really embrace their bodies, love their bodies for what they are because God created them. And I love to pair women up with a plan and help them reach their fitness goals, right? So what is your mission statement? You may not know that yet, but pretty soon you will, the more that you do this, all right? So here's another one. This is Megan's. It's same thing. Her story, her plan of action, when her boot camp starts, how many spots she has, and she told people how to let her know that they wanted in. All right. And if you go into our new coach training under the unit section on that day 1, it says launch your business. All right. And we give you exactly what you can say. Obviously, you need to make it your own story, replace our information with yours, but you don't have to wonder, how do I make my coach announcement, right? We give you exactly what to say. There's a video in there that I made that you can watch, and you just jump in, all right? So like you just bite the bullet, rip the Band-Aid off, close your computer, go to bed after you do it, and wake up the next morning and see what happened. Now, what is going to happen when you make your coach announcement? A couple of things could happen. You might have posted it really late when nobody was awake, and you might get 0 interaction. You might have posted it at a prime time, which for me typically is like 7:30 to 9:30 at night. And you may have tons of likes and tons of comments and tons of atta girls and people who say, yes, I want in. Now, let me tell you this. This is really important. When I made my coach announcement, I had tons of people who said, yes, 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 yes. Tell me more. I want to do this. Let me in. They messaged me. My inbox was full. I spent so many days going through those messages. And do you know that like 1 person out of about 50 signed up for my first challenge group? Do I tell you that to discourage you? No. I tell you that to tell you that they didn't trust me yet. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know if I was going to stick with what I was inviting them to do. So this is where your consistency and us and you taking this training we're going to give you about how to share your story is going to pay off. All right. Because people, that's why we suggest too that you start with your warm market. Start with people that you already know. Start with people like your friends, your family, your spouse. Sign those people up with a challenge pack this month, all right? If you have not done that already. Your goal is to help 3 people get started with the challenge pack, and those first 3 people can totally be like your sister, your mom, and your husband, right? There's no shame in that. Anybody can benefit from Shakeology and from the workout programs, and you have to look at it as business strategy. But every time you sign someone up, I don't care who it is, you shout it out in your stories or in a post or something like that and say, somebody else just committed to their health and fitness through the holidays, and build that excitement. Get excited about what you're doing. But you're going to make that coach announcement, and you may have a ton of people that sign up and say, yeah, let's do it. But more likely than not, a lot of people are still going to just keep watching you. All right. People are going to be like, what is she up to? What is she doing? They're going to watch your stories for your workout posts. They're going to watch for your transformation to be happening, even through the holidays. Okay. And that's where being a challenger is so important. But you ultimately are becoming someone who is influencing other people to make better decisions, who is sharing your story of your struggles, your triumphs, sharing what has worked for you, community, and showing people that, hey, if I can do this, then you can do this. All right. It is never about perfection. I am not a perfect health and fitness person. Megan is not. Megan shared a couple of posts lately about how her weight has gone up and down, or she hadn't really gotten results. And, I could say the same as well. We just got back from a retreat. I swear I felt like I gained 5 pounds at that retreat, but we had a lot of fun, and we're just not perfect, right? But we are constantly on a journey to become our best self, to be the healthiest that we can be. And yes, that includes holidays and trips and things like that, where sometimes we have to refocus and restart. But we don't give up on ourselves, and we become an influencer for good, and we start to share our story, and that is how we make an impact, and that is how people start to trust us and want to join us. And so we are going to talk to you a whole lot about sharing on social media and being yourself and breadcrumbing your story. And so one of the things I really like to challenge new coaches to do is sit down and say, why am I doing this? Like, why am I committing to my health and fitness? Where have I come from? For me personally, my story is that I struggled with horrific hormones like PMDD. I had to take birth control just to control the crazy. But whenever I started this, I was able to get off my birth control, which didn't make me feel very good, and just manage it with food and Shakeology and fitness, right? I had really high cholesterol. Even I was on cholesterol when I was early 20s. And so like this has helped me get off that medicine too. Like, what's your story? Where are you coming from? I was a terrible yo-yo dieter. I'm a volume eater. Like, I love to eat tons and tons of food. I don't care if it's cauliflower rice or if it's birthday cake. Like, I'm a volume eater. And so that is something I've always struggled with, and that the portion containers have helped me overcome. What is your story? Sit down, write it out. Where are you coming from? Where do you want to go? And how do you want to use that story to serve other people? Because you're going to start telling it. And when you write it down, when you have it in front of you, you're going to pull those pieces of your story and put them into your posts and talk about them. And those are the things that people, other women, are going to connect with you over. All right. So women who've struggled with PMS, PMDD, they hear my story and they connect with me. I don't have a story of high blood pressure or diabetes or a thyroid issue, but there are some of you guys out there that do. So own your story. All right. And just be yourself. There's no need to be wordy. You know, like, we're not going to tell you that you have to post 6 times a day. When I was a brand new coach, they told us to post 3 to 5 times a day. And I was like, holy crap, I don't even post like once a week. How am I going to start posting that many times a day? It's changed. Algorithms have changed. Instagram has changed. You need to be focusing on posting 1 to 2 times a day and posting in stories at least 10 stories a day. Now, what are you going to post? You're going to post your workout selfie. You're going to post about how you felt before or after you worked out. You're going to post something super cute. These are stories. I'm talking about stories. You're going to post something super cute that your kid did or said, something that's not fitness related. You're going to show a snack that you're eating and share a tip. You're going to do some call to action posts in your Instagram stories, like share your transformation and say, hey, I'm looking for 5 women who want to lose 10 to 15 pounds. Yeah, even during the holidays. Is that you? And you slap a little poll in there. And we're going to show you more about how to do this, okay? But you're just going to start sharing. Your public posts are going to be posts that you entertain people with, you educate people with, you inspire people with. And 2 or 3 times a week, you're going to give a call to action in those public posts on your Instagram feed. All right. And so those are going to be, you're going to add value through what you say and what you're doing. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples just of some posts that Megan and I have made recently. For me, my faith is a huge part of who I am. And so like, I just, I infiltrate that in everything that I do, whether it's a post about my family, whether it's a post about working out, whether it's a post about comparison or the coaching business. Like, my faith fuels my fire and I feel like I'm here for a purpose. So I share that a lot. And so I speak to women, and part of my mission is to encourage women to uplift each other, not to compare, and to really own who we are, who God has created us to be. So that's a value added post, right? That is an inspirational type of post. Megan is sharing an educational kind of post. I mean, even though she is not like saying I'm drinking Shakeology, she's showing, she's being product of the product, showing that what she's doing. And she is also talking about how her little girl, who she struggles with getting to eat healthy food, is eating this value packed superfood shake, right? And so she's educating people and she's adding value that way. She's not saying Shakeology. She's not saying, hey, join my challenge group. It's just a hey, look, this is what we're drinking. This is why it helps our life. And she's adding value that way. This is one where I am sharing a tip on how to, these are my kids' lunches. So like, obviously not a whole lot of time and thought went into this. We were making lunches one morning. I said, Henry and Milo, hold your thing. I turned my light on overhead and I snapped the picture. And I said, I've been struggling honestly lately with feeding my kids good food. And this is how we're getting back on track. I shared a tip. And boom, that was it. So it was educational, it was inspiring, it was whatever you want to call it, but it was value added. And so we're going to do this over time. And it's going to be a little bit overwhelming at first to start putting your words onto paper, onto whatever you want to call it, computer, and start sharing, but you'll find your voice. So one of the things that I'm challenging you guys to do today, if you have not already done this, sit down and write out a list of 5 to 10 things that define who you are, that you want to be part of your brand, that you want to talk about on a daily basis. So for me, You know, high cholesterol, hormones is one of them. I talk a lot about our family. I talk about marriage stuff. I talk about boys, what it's like to be a boy mom. I talk about my faith. Obviously, I talk about my fitness and food and my challenge groups and things like that. We love to be outside. We're really outdoorsy people. We like to camp. We like to hike. We like to ride our bikes. We like to go running. You know, so just sit down and write out a list of things that are you, that set you apart as an individual. And those are things that you're going to talk about in your social media posts. All right. And so this is what our challenge is for you guys for really like the next, for the next week. We are, and we're going to get, this is what you're going to check in with every single night. So get ready to do that with us. We are challenging you. You've got to be doing your workout. You've got to be drinking your shake. You cannot be a product of the product if you're not taking care of yourself, you guys. That is first and foremost. So make out a meal plan. Make a meal plan this weekend. Tomorrow, I make a meal plan on Thursdays. I typically talk about it in my stories. I share it with my challengers, and that goes out to my people. And it's something that I follow and I do for myself, because I can work out all day long and I can drink my shake. But if I'm not eating clean and I'm not following the meal plan, then I'm not doing the program and I'm not being a product of the product. So do your workout, drink your shake, follow your meal plan, and share those things every single day in your stories. Sometimes they will be a post, but you can share those 3 things in your stories every single day. Add value. Begin to add value. It can be a motivational quote. It can be a recipe that you made last night for dinner. It can be just something funny. It can be something funny that you want to share. Like, people love it when I do those white quotes on my Instagram, and it's just a funny little quote. People love that stuff, and they come back for more stuff. You're going to post 1 to 2 times a day. You know, you may not be at a point where you've made your coach announcement. You may not be ready to make your coach announcement, but you can still be posting on social media. You can still share inspirational quotes. You can still share a sweaty selfie a couple of times a week, but definitely diversify it. You don't want to have an Instagram feed that's filled up with sweaty selfies. Why? Because people are going to come and they're going to look at it and they're going to say, that's boring, and I don't know anything about her except that she works out, and they're just going to go away, right? Okay. So you're going to start posting 1 to 2 times a day. I actually plan out my posts for the week, and I'm going to share more about that as we get into this training. But I actually plan out what I want to talk about and what I want my focus to be for each week. Your personal development. You are going to show people, you're going to start reading personal development for yourself. And I highly suggest starting with The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge. The Slight Edge is absolutely my favorite, by Jeff Olson. And so those are 2 books that are really great books. You've got to be doing personal development. Read 10 minutes a day. Listen to a book while you drive back and forth to work. It doesn't matter. That is going to help your mindset and really give you that business building basics that most of us don't come into this business with, right? And so get a personal development book. Do not skip it. That's going to be part of your check-ins at night as well, because it's going to help you. It doesn't help us. It helps you. And you're just going to start showing people what you're doing. If you check into your challenge group at night, screenshot it and show it in your stories. If you get up and push play at 4:30 in the morning, show people how you do that. Add some value. If you struggle with eating a whole birthday cake at your kid's birthday party, show people, tell people about your struggles, explain how you overcome that, how your superfood shakes helps balance out your sugar cravings. Just show people what you're doing and don't overthink it. All right. I keep having to move y'all around because I can't see this thing. All right, so this is my Instagram feed, and I want to talk to you guys about Instagram really quickly, because Instagram is like kind of the place to build your business. If you don't have an Instagram account, or if you don't use it very much, that has to change today. We want you guys to start building your Instagram feed, and we want you to start posting there and definitely start using stories. And again, our training is going to go deeper and deeper into those things and how exactly to do that, all right? But Instagram is all about kind of your grid. This is my grid. When you go to my Instagram feed, this is what you see first. Before you go to my stories or anything, people see your little square boxes on there. And so that's where people are going to get the first glimpse of your story. And if you're just sharing, stock photos or beach body photos, or you're pulling inspirational quotes from the internet and it's just a picture of a quote, people are going to just keep going. What people want to see is you, dear friends. All right. People want to see your face. 8 times out of 10, your post needs to have your face in the picture. All right. And I'm not talking about like just holding out your camera and doing a selfie. No, not that. I want you to think about it as like I'm giving people a glimpse into my house. Like if somebody was standing out in my yard and they looked into my home, this is what they would see. And so like you can see, like I'm not always looking at the camera. I'm not always like just taking a little selfie. But I'm showing people what I'm doing and I'm telling my story with the words. And people will, and don't let this overwhelm you, because I took the worst photos for like the first 2 years of my business. All right. So I had to learn how to do this, and it just takes practice. But your feed should reflect who you are. Pull out those 8 to 10 things, like I said, to write down about yourself. For me, you can automatically see, like I work out, I have my boy mom, my faith is a huge part of me. I have a transformation. Like obviously I'm part of some team because I'm on some calls. Like obviously I have a lot of laundry. So that you get a glimpse of who I am just from that small look at my grid. All right. So that's kind of the brand that we're going to teach you how to build. Doing stories is another part of it. Stories don't have to be as well thought out. You can just do it in the moment. You can show people where you're at, what you're doing. It's kind of like a reality TV show is what I like to call it. So make it, just be yourself in there. And like I said, just be you. Just be you. Use hashtags. If you don't understand hashtags, people can find you and you can find other people through hashtags on Instagram. And so start to build a list of hashtags, again, that represent who you are. Hot mess mama, Jesus calling, let's see, excuse me, retired history teacher. Like those are some things that I would say about myself. So just build a list of hashtags, and you can post those under your post after you post it on Instagram. All right. Your month 1 goal. We want to help you set some goals for your first month. Definitely, we want you to start making your health and fitness priorities. Secondly, we want you to start posting and sharing about what you're doing. Then we want you to focus on building the business just based off of those things. You're going to start inviting people to your boot camp or to your coach's boot camp. Make a list. I challenged you guys the other day to make a list of 10 people. Have you invited those people yet? If you say, I don't know what to say, go to the units. You still have to be going through the units through this training, even as we go through this very specific, like social media, tell your story kind of training. Everything that you need is there. If you have a question, you have to ask in our group. Like you can't just sit there and say, I don't know what to do. You have access to us. Megan and I are very successful coaches because we've taken this training and implemented it. You have access to us. You have access to our training. You have access to everything that you need to take this and grow with it, you guys. Invite those people to this challenge group. Send them a message that says, hey, I did something. I did a thing. Like I decided to join a boot camp, to start working out at home, to start meal planning. And I really want to take some other people with me and help them get started too. Would you be interested in joining this boot camp with me through the holidays? And let's see what kind of results that we can get. You can send that to 10 people right now. Like right now, you can send that to 10 people. And when they come back and they're like, yeah, tell me more, and you don't know what to say, post in our training and say, hey, this is what they said. How do I respond? Right? And we'll walk you through some of those conversations. Fill out your 30-day business plan. Set up a call with your coach after you do that, if you have not done that already, and we are going to keep going forward. It's really important, you guys, to set aside time to work this business. As a brand new coach, I worked full time. I had 2 small children. I had to find the time. I didn't have the time. I had to make the time to work this business. And the way that I did that was I went to bed before. I didn't stay up late watching all kinds of shows. I went to bed at a decent hour. I got up earlier so I could fit my workout in and do some work before I went to work, and got my kids up. I listened to personal development or national wake-up calls on my commute to work, and I would voice memo people. I would use my pockets between my classes and on my lunch break to actually work my business, like invite, follow up, add people. I got on training calls. Like I'm telling you, if you're not getting on training calls, you will burn out. You will get defeated, and you will stop doing this. These training calls are for you guys so that you can learn how we overcame the same struggles that you guys are going to encounter. And it's so worth it. I love the community. I love the training. I love the support. Okay. Participate in the Coach University, the daily units we've already talked about. You guys will be checking in as well with us. And remember that your body is your business, not in a way that you have to like look a certain way or get certain results, but you have to be taking care of your body and following the plans that are provided for you in order to lead with integrity, you guys. All right. So some tips for your social media posts and your profiles. One, make your profile public. If you have not done this on Instagram and Facebook already, your profile and every post that you make should be public. Why? Because when people see your posts and they want to share them, if you're not public, they can't do that. If somebody says, hey, Sally, you should go check out Haley. She's making some awesome posts and she's really inspiring. If Haley's post or her profile is not public, then they cannot find her. All right. So you have to be willing to make that public. Your profile picture should be a picture of you. It should not be a picture of your dog or a funny quote. It should not be a picture of you and 16 other girlfriends. People want to know who you are. And so it can be a picture of you with your family or of you with your husband, but your profile picture should be clear and it should be clearly you. All right. Your social media posts. Again, don't overthink those. Don't think that you have to take a picture right now and post it on social media. It's okay to plan out your posts. It's okay to walk around your house this weekend, change your outfit 6 times, and take a bunch of pictures. It's okay to snap some pics with your kids or pictures of your food or whatever and plan those posts for next week. People don't care. They just want to hear what you have to say, and your picture is what's going to stop them and have them look at your posts. Make sure that the lighting is good. If you don't have a circle light, a ring light, or something like that, which they're super cheap, you can get them on Amazon, you go outside and you take some pictures. Don't post fuzzy, grainy photos because nobody's going to stop to look at those either, all right? And like I said before, your photos, 8 out of 10 should have you in them. And don't post the same pose every single day. To diversify your Instagram feed. Go back to mine and look at it. Go to Megan's. Don't compare or copy, but look for some inspiration and make sure when you review. I review my social media feed every week, you guys. Like I go back and I scroll through and I look at it and I'm like, I posted that same workout pose or whatever, sweaty selfie pose or whatever like 6 times. I need to switch that up a little bit, right? So just get intentional. Again, we are talking this week about the 4 vital behaviors. I talked about yesterday, Megan talked about yesterday being proof of the products. I'm going to talk to you guys about inviting some more later, and then we're going to talk about personal development and recognition. These are just the basics of what we do as coaches. And you should all have your business activity tracker printed out and using that every single day to grow your business as well. One of the very first things that we encourage new coaches to do is to get to Emerald. And then we encourage you to get to Diamond. And I heard this analogy today on another call, and it was really good. And she used the analogy of like driving your car. And so like when you get into a car and you have to put the key in, right? You have to crank it up. That is like getting to Emerald. Once you get to Emerald, then you're getting somewhere. If you want to go somewhere, you have to put the car in drive. That's getting to Diamond. And once you have the car cranked and you have the car in drive, you can go anywhere. You can build this business, right? And so the first tenets of building a successful business, this month we want to help you get to Emerald. That means that you enroll 2 people under you as a coach. All right, you guys? This is easy. Anybody can do this. You enroll your mom and your spouse. You enroll your sister and your best friend. You enroll your coworker that you talk to every day and your spouse. It's 2 people that you enroll with the challenge pack. And when you hit Emerald, you start to unlock the compensation plan. Beachbody actually rewards you for working your business. It's your first rank recognition. It starts to build residual income. And if you do that in your first 30 days and you hit Success Club, which means that you help 3 people this month enroll in a challenge group, and your 2 emeralds, your 2 coaches can be 4 of those Success Club points, then you start to actually earn customer leads from Beachbody, which is a whole nother level of income. So hitting Success Club, helping 3 people every month, maintaining that rank of emerald, and you are already earning far more than you could have imagined. Okay, so this is the old business tracker. I'm going to skip over that, but it looks, the new one's similar, but it's even better. I need to fix that. And then obviously, we have a national wake up call every Monday at 10 o'clock. We have this call every Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. And so get into a challenge group. Let's launch your business. Let's hit Success Club. Let's get to Emerald this month. But, guys, there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of calls. There's a lot of different things. You have to prioritize what you can do with the time that you have. But I always tell coaches, national wake up call, this call are non-negotiable. You have to be either on those calls or you have to listen to the recordings because they're going to point you in the right direction and keep you focused. And then definitely plug into your new coach training group every single day, because that's where we're going to hold you accountable. All right. And so we've already talked about this. Get your book, enroll in a group, hit Success Club, hit Emerald, and just kind of honestly, we're asking you to trust us, trust the process, because we know what we're doing. We have been right where you are. We know how to succeed. We know how to help you succeed, and we want to help you succeed. Do I have the mobile light ring? I actually just ordered another one, Haley. What I have is the big ring light, that's on a stand, and that was it is $90 now. And if you guys want to invest in that, you totally can. I did just buy that little ring light because I was thinking about it too this weekend. I needed that in different places, and as I walk through my house, because when you're doing stories and it's dark, people can't even see you, and so you want them to be able to see you. So I did actually order it. It was $12 or something. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys one more thing before we go, and you guys, if you have questions, please ask them. This is something that I created for my team, because I think it's very important to have goals, okay? How to earn $1,000 and achieve diamond in 4 months, all right? Your first 30 days, definitely want to hit Success Club. When you sell 3 challenge packs your first month as a coach, that is automatically $150, all right? You have earned your money back for your investment, right? And if you advance 2 of those enrollments or coaches, you advance to Emerald, and you start unlocking that cycle bonus. In the first 60 days, you double that. So you hit Success Club again. That's another $150. You have 2 or 3 people who are recurring, they reorder their Shakeology that next month. And so you get that income or cycle bonus, and you add 2 more coaches, right? And the first 90 days, you double that. So you, again, hit Success Club again. You have even more people drinking Shakeology if they stay on it. You're running Rockin' Challenge groups with your coach. You enroll 4 more people, and you are almost to diamond. And then by month 4, you do the same thing again, and you build 2 emeralds on each side, and you hit diamond, guys. So it's not, I know there's work involved. I know there's a learning curve, but it literally, anybody can do this. And diamond is our goal. And so if you, in diamond is 4 coaches on each leg, and 1 on each side is an emerald. Don't worry about that. Don't let it overwhelm you, but that's our goal, okay? And so literally, if you show up in this training, if you do the daily behaviors, if you check in and you're doing what we tell you guys to do every single day, posting, inviting at least 1 person a day to a challenge group, and you're doing this through November and December, people are going to come to you. When they think in January, I need to get healthy, I need to do something, what do I do? How do I start? They're going to think, well, Jenna, she has been posting sweaty selfies every single day. She's got a transformation. She is rocking it. I'm going to ask her about it. Or they're going to say, Miranda, she's been sharing recipes. She's been showing me she's getting up at 4:30 in the morning to work out. If she can do that, I can do that. I'm going to enroll in her boot camp that she's talking about instead of going to a gym, right? So you guys are setting yourself up for complete and total success. And there's no reason why everybody that signs up with you in January and February can't enroll as coaches. And guys, you could hit diamond like that. Okay. And so like that is kind of our goal. And that's what we're setting you guys up for. So let's see. I have a question. I have the mobile ring light. Hannah has the ring light. And yeah, I had the ring light at first. I didn't get that big light until like a year and a half ago. So yeah, you can definitely do it. And if you don't have a light, if your house is dark, just go outside. Like I said, go outside this weekend, have your husband or your kid follow you around and take a bunch of pictures. And just schedule those out for next week. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody else? Does this give you a good place to start? Okay. All right, you guys. Well, that's all I got. Next week, we're going to really start talking about just how to share, how to share about your workouts, how to share a healthy tip. We're going to share some social media trainings and how to use Instagram and not be like icky salesy and not be, just post the same sweaty selfie every single day. We're going to really dive deep into that. And I'm excited about it. Okay. Because I've been going through some training myself and I'm excited to share it with you guys. All right. Well, let's get to it. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Okay.